Okay. So one. There we go. We have liftoff. Last. Okay. Good. Try that. Start the street. Hit top. Clear my throat. Okay, so we're live. And we're live. Building out our watch list. Sunshine Biopharma. There's a recent IPO and Biopharma roused. And no news. 4 million. 7 million volume. So this was an IPO on Monday. Oh, IPO last month. Morning, guys. Yes. IMP again running today, it looks like. Humble also up. Those are the four that are gapping. Let's have a look at Zest. The details on Zest. Quark Holdings. 21 million votes. On news. Yes. Quarterly report was filed last week. Last thing. Go figure. A little bit worry about Zest, but hey, I am why that's moving. Hey, only a four earnings. Humble. 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 Anthem. Basically, this are commenting on four results. 78 million float. It's less than 100, I guess. Well, it's not bad, but it's still nice. Watch it. More volume, but watch it. Oh, bring the watch list. Oh, let's have, that was down yet. Fell off yesterday. Down at 34 now. Lost half of it. Highs. Based over. Yes. That's the watch list. Okay. Right, what forgot in the what? Who do we have in the chat? Oh, don't have anybody in the chat just yet. I'm glad you've learned a lot, Andrew. So appreciate that. YouTube feed isn't great. What's wrong with it? I'm looking at it and it looks fine from my end, but I'm the one streaming it. So tell me what's wrong with the YouTube feed. Can't I can't see anything wrong with it. It says here stream health. Excellent. So go figure. 30 pound in gold yesterday and made £1,900. DJM, excellent. Great to hear. Well done. Good stuff. It's always nice to hear when someone's making money in the markets and it's not actually taking money off you. So yeah, we had a great day yesterday. It was another good day yesterday, should I say? We made $16,000 yesterday, so that was a good day for us. But $1,900 off 30 quid. Can't write that shit. That's amazing. Amazing. Hey, Robbie. Hello, Curiant. What am I recommending at the moment? I don't recommend. I don't offer stock picks. I don't give signals. I've built out a watch list, which you can see on the YouTube channel right now. But so right now the top gappers are Sunshine Biopharma, EcoArc Holdings, Humble, go figure, and Imperial Petroleum. So those are the top gappers. Um, I'm looking at this one right now. Let's do pre-market highs. Currently under currently under ZBFM is currently underneath the volume weighted average price. It gapped up from $1.50 a share up to $9 a share. It's currently at 5. So I want to see it back above the volume weighted average price if I'm going to trade it. Above the volume weighted average price. I don't like seeing it retrace this amount. So it's like 50% retracement. Don't like that. It's a relatively new IPO, and there's no real. What was the news? Was no news to account for the move. Okay? Because of recent. Thing is, it's a recent IPO, and that's sometimes happens with IPOs. So have a look at the sound quality. Okay. Well, the microphone seems to be working. I'll be investing in a microphone this weekend anyway, so an additional microphone because the condenser doesn't. My condenser's something wrong with my condenser, so I need to replace that microphone. So I'm just using this one at the moment. So if you can't hear me, I apologise. I will be addressing it. Other people are saying it's fine. The system's saying it's fine. So go figure. I'll upgrade the microphone over the weekend. Don't worry. You're 17 and have no idea where to start. So my advice to you is, if you're 17, don't start trading. Start investing. So start putting your money into a mutual fund or an index fund. They're pretty much the same thing. Just one's more actively managed, one's passively managed. So stick it in an index fund like the Spider or the Spy, same thing, and just do that on a regular basis, and that'll make your money grow. So if you're putting a small amount away, say 200 quid a month, 100 bucks a month away, 300 bucks a month away, then you'll by the time you're 30, you'll have enough for when you retire. So at 70. If you're adamant you want to get into the markets and you don't know what I'm talking about half the time, then go on my YouTube. There's an introductory lesson on my introductory video there that has a lot of what's required for, in lay terms, for the beginner investor or the beginner trader. I do use TradingView. Um, TradingView, I've got TradingView on this screen here. Pull it across. So this is my TradingView. I do a lot of charting. I do my historical charting on TradingView. I do a lot of the analysis on TradingView when I'm doing analysis. So yeah, TradingView I do use. This isn't TradingView though. This is DAS Trader. Where am I seeing pre-market volume today? For some strange reason, SBFM. That's Sunshine Biopharma. That's where a lot of the pre-market volume is. 4.2 million shares traded already this morning. So Sunshine Biopharma, I don't know. There is no significant catalyst. That's the problem I have with biopharma is there's no catalyst. I always look for a catalyst as to why it's gapping up, why it's moving when it's 230, 235% up on the day without a catalyst. The only thing that I've got is that it's a recent IPO. IPOs can do that from time to time. They slow out of the blocks, take a while, bed into the market, and then explode. Other than that, can't really justify a 300% move. It was up 300% earlier in the day. It's actually up even more, 900%. It started. It started today. It finished yesterday. Where were we? Closed yesterday at 150s and gone up to a high of 932. So that's 600%, 500%, 500%. Mental arithmetic isn't great today. I'm made of salt. Guys, we've got 30 people in the chat. Just tap the screen like 10, 12 times. What that will do is it helps with the algorithm. The algorithm sees there's activity in the stream and people are liking it, then it pushes out to more people and we get more people in there. So appreciate if you can do that. If you're on YouTube, press the thumbs up button. And if you've not subscribed already, subscribe. But a like on YouTube as well. Again, the more people that like the content, the more it gets pushed out in the algorithm. So compounding from 1,000 seems long. From an investment point of view, you always should be looking at the long game. Looking at what you can earn on intraday basis if you're investing is being narrow-minded or short-sighted. Intraday trading is about making quick profits, making quick gains. Long-term investing is about what you do with those gains. So hi, wag your tail at me. Oh, all a tour of my desktop in a moment. Everybody say hello to Miyako. Miyako, my puppa. Okay, so this is Benzinga Pro. I've got this mapped out. There's effectively six windows here on Benzinga. If you're on YouTube, you'll be able to see me scrolling here. On YouTube, this is the top left, and we've got the session scanner. So this is a scanner. It's just basically giving me what the gainers are, what the volume is, how much it's gapped up. I can have a quick look at the relative volume. So average volume on Sunshine Biopharma is 1.3 million. It's already done 4.3 million pre-market. So straight away we can see that's a high relative volume. If we look at EcoArc Holdings as well, 112,000 is regular daily volume. Currently done 3.7 million. So again, high relative volume. Bumble, not so much. Normally it would do 2 million. We're only at 150. So, and Imperial Petroleum, we're averaging 20, 24, 25 million a day. So we're a little way off that as well. So that's just, I would say, average volume as well. But the top two absolutely are high relative volume. On the next scanner, we've got looking for momentum stocks. This is more important after the bell than it is pre-market. This one is the most important one pre-market, but this is the book that comes after the bell. So this is looking at, okay, FBM on the last 15 minutes has moved 23%. And then if we're looking at these next two, so we've got the gainers over the last 5 minutes. So these are surging stocks. It allows me to see what's just starting to make a move. So effectively, I can actually see the volume coming in on this one because this is sorted by volume, and I can see the gaps that are being made on this. This is over will be over 5 minutes. Over 5 minutes. See gaps up 10% in 5 minutes. Down here, I have my signals. So this shows me price spikes. It shows me when there's halts and resumes. I can get high of days after the market. I can, if I'm trading a little bit longer and I've not got a stock, it's a quiet day. I can check what the highs days, low of days, look for reversals, etc. That's really relevant if you're trading towards the close as well for reversals. And then I've got my news ticker here. So this gives me the news in real time, and this is all this is Benzinga Pro. You can try that for free. There's a link in my link tree. This is Dash Trader up here, and I've not taken any trades as yet. So this is Dash Trader, and I've got effectively my watch list in chart format. So this is 8 different tickers on the 1 minute time frame. So that if I'm in a trade, this is all one ticker, but different time frames. So here I've got 1 minute time frame, got the 5 minute time frame, got the 60-minute time frame, I've got daily. Okay, so that's all one ticker, but on the on multiple time frames. This is all one time frame, but multiple tickers. So that's essentially my desktop. And the other one, I've got my stream information, I've got my trading view, and everything. So, can't hear. Do apologize. I muted something. I'm not the most technical. That's what I'm saying. I'm not the most technical of with all the gizmos and gadgets. So if I've done something wrong, I apologize. I have to get back at this. I've not made any money at all today. I've not taken any trades. It's not really been a setup yet. I'm only allowed to trade after. Okay, so would you like me to go over all of that again in terms of the desktop, but this time without covering the mic? I think the guys on YouTube got it fine, but and they're the ones that have been complaining about my mic all week. So, hey, baby. Glad you're learning. I'm glad you're learning there, Michael. Good afternoon, Black Eagle. Welcome back. What I would say is stream on TikTok and on YouTube. That they are delayed slightly, so don't use my stream as a signal indicator or trying to blindly copy what I'm doing, because there's going to be a 3 or 4 seconds delay, and what you see me doing, what you hear me doing has already been done. So just bear that in mind. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not offering financial advice. Uh, the stream is really for entertainment and education purposes only. And most people that get into the markets and start trading lose money. I have to call that out. It's an incredibly risky profession. So if you're getting into the markets, do not put in more than you can afford. And more importantly, do not put in more than you can afford to lose. I think is probably a better way of saying it. What's my view on the current SBFM position right now? It's high volume. I can't find a catalyst for that right now, other than it's a recent IPO. It IPO'd a week or so ago. Uh, it IPO'd in February, 22nd of February. IPO. So it's a recent IPO, a couple of weeks ago, and that's really the only catalyst I've got. I can't find any catalyst, any news event. So I'm watching it. In terms of its action, just 5 minutes. In terms of the action, it gapped up to $9.50, so 9.32 at the peak. Currently trading at. It closed trading yesterday at $1.50. So $1.52. So the fact that it's gapped up so much, what concerns me at the moment is it went up to 9.30s and then retraced all the way back down to $4. So that's more than a 50% retracement. And if we're looking at from an intraday basis, when we get that, we expect a pullback. Of course we do. With such a big, like 600% extension bar there, 600% move to the upside, we do expect there's going to be a pullback. But I like to see it, not to say that it won't continue to move, but I don't like to see it pulling back more than 50%, which it has done. So it's now up again, trying to test the volume weighted average price. I need to see it retake the volume weighted average price and then retest it as confirmation or support. And if it retests the volume weighted average price, let's say it gets above $6, comes back down to the VWAP, and then makes another move up, then I'm interested. But right now, what's the high of this last 5 minute candle is 5.96. So I need this to break out over $6. For me to be interested in this, I need it to break out over $6 based on the current pattern. So I need to see this trading above the VWAP now. Typically, this is why I use the VWAP. So typically, if the action is taking place underneath the VWAP, it's in a downwards trend. So that's why I use the VWAP. It's more of an intraday trend for me than anything else. Not a lot of movement other than that. US gas has just moved a little bit, so we made a little bit on US gas yesterday. Yeah, we made nearly 4,000, 3,600 on US gas. Our big trade was we made $12,000 on D, which was that was the larger part of yesterday. We made 5 trades in total, 4 winners, 1 loser yesterday. So 2 good days in a row this week, largely down to the energy sector. Had 2 losses on Monday though, and one of them in the energy sector. In fact, we've lost on Bed Bath and Beyond twice this week. So I think I'll probably low volume, but it is up on the day. Big short interest on Bed Bath and Beyond. So I'll that just there to look on, but not really did any moves since the Ryan Cohen announcement. No, it's not a haircut. It's I got caught in the rain earlier, so I need to get a haircut actually. What's the chart looking like for Zest? So Zest at the moment is looking abysmal, if I'm being completely honest. Um, Again, it moved up to 538. It closed at just over $3 yesterday. Um, Daily. So finished 305 yesterday. It went up to 539 out of hours and has been selling off since. So Zest is looking weak, very weak. And that 50% retracement or more, and it's not a good sign. It's a weak signal. So nothing good yet. How much is needed to start off? It depends on how much you're looking to make. That's the question. So realistically speaking, you can start off with 500 bucks, but you're not going to make a lot. So if you're starting off with a small account, you need to acknowledge that first, are you going to be charged commissions by your broker? So if you're a really small account, I would look for a broker that doesn't charge commission. If you are going to get charged commissions, you need to factor that in as well. The idea is that you in a small account, you make small gains. You're not going to make $16,000 on a $500 account. Well, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's incredibly unlikely. With a $5,000 account, can you make that's a 300 over 300% gain on a single day? Again, unlikely, but it could be done if you're using leverage. If you're getting let's say six x leverage, then you've got a $5,000 account, you've got a $30,000 buying power, then you're only looking at a 50% increase on your day. Now, I did 52% on Monday, so I've proven that it's possible to get a 50% gain on a single day. It's not normal, it's not typical. I'm not saying that you should aim for that. Because exactly that, it is not typical. My results are not normal in the industry. The majority of people that get into trading lose money. So the question that you should ask first before saying how much is needed to start off with, first and foremost, there are expenses to trading. You've got your commissions and charges from your broker if they're going to charge you commissions. If they're not, then you're going to get hit on the spreads or on the latency because they're going to be routing it through their own market maker. So then you're going to have subscription or platform fees, possibly. You're going to want to subscribe into a platform to create your scanners or that provides scanners and alerts for you, you can actually get stock selection. You might want to subscribe to maybe a course like the one in my link tree, $150 a month, money back guarantee, or you may look at subscribing to a couple of chat rooms or something, a community that you can learn from. So that's what I would suggest. That you can probably your expenses on a monthly basis, they can run up to 500 to 500,000 bucks a month easily. So you'll need that coming into it. You're not going to be profitable in the first 3 months at a push. If you're great, then you might start becoming profitable after 3 months with a defined strategy such as my own. Um, you'll need an initial capital. So most brokers won't give you any leverage or margin for less than $2,500. So you need an equity of at least $2,500 just to get margin. If anything less than that, I saw someone on YouTube claim to grow an account from $500 to $1 million inside a year. And I'm like, okay, well, how did they do that? Because with zero leverage to start off with, $500, the commission, you know, commission charges, ECN fees, etc. That's tough going without any leverage. No. So if I was to say, if anyone was to ask me, How much should they open an account for to do day trading? I would say realistically, you want to be um, make a living day trading, make enough profits day trading to actually live on. You'll need an account size of between 25 and $30,000. If all you're doing is looking to make a bit of pocket money and or grow the account to a point where it's 25, $30,000, then I would say, yeah, start off five, $10,000. I like Tesla. What do I think of Tesla? I like Tesla. I do like Tesla. I think as a company, I think they're very innovative. I think they've stolen the march on the big automotive players. I think it's it has been overpriced. If I look at Tesla right now, what is it? So Tesla, in line with the wider market, is down at 840s at the moment, 840 shares of a dollar. But in the long term, it's actually gapping up on the day. But in the long term, I think Tesla's. I'm bullish on Tesla. I think it's a good investment. Personally, not financial advice. It's only my personal opinion. It has been selling off with the market since Christmas, but pretty much every Fortune 500 company has. So I wouldn't read too much into that. It's when you see the extremes. If it's booking like Facebook, for example, or Meta as they're now known, that had some extreme sell-offs which weren't in line with the wider market. When it's trading in line with the wider market, then it's not really something to get overly concerned about in regards to that particular company. But Facebook, for example, it lost more than I think 60% of its value over the last couple. So look at Facebook. It when it gapped down at the beginning of February, it dropped closed three and gapped down over $100 in a day. So that's a third of its earnings. Now trading at under $200 today. Facebook. So look at Facebook last year, um, September 2020. September last year. Look at Facebook. September last year, it was almost $400 a share. It's now 195. So it's more than half of its value wiped off the last couple of weeks in the last month. So that's not normal. That's not trading and selling off in line with the market. So that is something to be a bit more concerned about. But Tesla, no, I like Tesla. Good afternoon, Shepamosana. Oh, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but afternoon to you as well. Gold for today. Let's have a look at gold. Just having a look at the oh, selling off down today, but it's had a couple of good days. There's a bit of a correction happening, but it did this. It did sell off like this a couple of days ago pre-market, and then came back. So watch that for a change in sentiment after the bell. We might see people buying that up because it's down. It's now trading at 24, just above $24. So it's down over a whole dollar and a half. Um, and maybe watch for a change in sentiment there. It might sell off again at the open, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see people seeing that the potential to buy at a discount. So it behaved in a very similar way on 7th, on Monday. Pre-market sold off, and then it picked up after the bell and moving up all day on Monday. Uh, Yesterday, it in the morning it moved up, and then it just sold off over lunchtime, midday, and then picked up again and recovered most of the losses. Finished almost even on the day, if you will, from when it opened when it closed. So Yeah, gold could be one to watch today for a bounce. That's not financial advice or a stock pick. AMC, is that still making news? AMC, no volume at all, which surprised me with AMC because the whole Wall Street Bets Reddit community was massive on AMC. I think they've probably turned their attention to Bed Bath and Beyond at the moment. AMC, there's no day trades there at the moment because there's just no volume, and to be profitable, we need volume. So volatility is great, and AMC is a volatile stock. It can make 10-15% moves in in the space of a few minutes or even a couple of hours. But there's no trades there for me. It's ranging between $15 and $20 over the last month and a half. Um, for me, this is the true value of AMC. The kind of mid-teens is where it should actually be. The fact that AMC was trading up in the 30s and 40s for so long last year, massively overpriced. It's a bloody cinema chain for crying out loud. It was massively overpriced, and that's down to the whole community behind it, the ape nation or whatever they want to call themselves, the ape community, um, buying and holding and hoping for a short squeeze. It was never going to squeeze. It was like 20%, 22% short flow. It's never going to squeeze. Bed Bath and Beyond is like 60% short interest. That has the potential to squeeze. If we look back this time last year, February last year, when GameStop, GME actually did squeeze, it was 120% short interest. There were more people shorting it than there were shares available. So that is one of the reasons that it prompted various investigations looking into the practice of synthetic shorting and things like that. So AMC is not something that I'm likely to be trading today. But if you're holding bags above $20 with AMC, good luck to you. I got out at I think 30. My last holding of AMC was about 38. The RCT. I'll have a look at that one for you while there's nothing moving. The oil stocks are starting to come back again now. The RCT flying. I see. I don't. I've set my scanners up. I've got a minimum threshold on the scanners for stocks at $3. I don't scan anything less than $3, so I wouldn't be seeing this. But yeah, this it's up over 100% at the minute. This if you like your smaller stocks, um, the RCT. Let's see what the catalyst is here. Direct Digital. Pull this up for people on YouTube so they can see it. Direct Digital. Benchmark initiates coverage on Direct Digital holdings with a buy rating. Really? That's it? Okay, yeah, okay. So on Friday, DRCT announced new board leadership. So that might Great Elm Capital Corps announced new board leadership. Data on short floated information. It's only 2 million float, so I'm not seeing the catalyst there. But the RCT could be interesting if you like the lower value stocks. It went up, it moved up market to 328. It's down at 258 from 120 where it closed yesterday. So and it's trading above the VWAP, which I like to see. So it's in an upwards trend at the minute. Could be worth watching. Watch for the break of 320 28. Watch for the break of 3:30, either before or after the bell. If it gets up towards 3:30, could be worth a buy. Oh, so I know there's a lot of people can't. So got the milk daddy says free money on free money or Oxy at 2 to 5 out at 3 to 1. So he's obviously talking about the horse racing. But, I know you think this is gambling, but it's a slightly different thing. Right. I'm using here. I'm using Dash Trader. I also use Trading View for charting. But what you're seeing here is Dash Trader Pro. What do I think of XRP? I'm bullish on XRP. I'm holding XRP. I've got a long-term position with XRP. Um, I would say if you're in XRP, buy more right now. It's we're kind of reaching the tail ends with the Ripple SEC Ripple case. And that's going to have a lot of bullish impact once they rule in Ripple's favor. I know XRP and Ripple aren't the same thing, but it's directly related. So what's artificially held XRP down has been this SEC lawsuit. Now it's been a frivolous lawsuit from the outset, from what I can see, and some of the documents that have now been unredacted and uh, released to the public show that it's been a frivolous lawsuit from the outset. So uh, why it's continuing this long, I don't know, but that's the legalities of it. But I'm bullish on XRP. It is one of the fastest transacting blockchains that we've got out there, so it's excellent for the finance industry. It's already got a lot of interest in the finance industry with new regulations coming in this year, new ISO regulations coming in this year. We'll see. I think good things from XRP. So I'm very bullish on that. Which trading platform do I use, UK Andrew? Well, I use TradingView. When I'm doing analysis, I'll use TradingView simply for my charting. But this trading platform is Dash Trader Pro. That's what I'm using here. Um, I recommend any direct access software, whatever. I'm not saying everybody's going to like this. This is what I prefer. This is what I've built my strategy on. Is Dash Trader Pro. So I like Dash Trader Pro for that reason. I've been profitable since I started using it. Um, and whilst I'm not superstitious, uh, I think the fact it works with the way I work very well. But I mean, other trading platforms I've worked with and equally as good. Sterling Trader is a very good one that I can recommend. And T9000, Trader 9000 is good, and I've not actually used it, but I've watched it, which is Lightspeed. It looks very good and very configurable. And the reason I'm picking those out, there are a few other direct access softwares out there, but it's configurability and the interface, so you can have hot buttons, hotkeys, um, direct routing, pick your market maker and decide who you want to route your transactions through. So that's the reason that's the reason I recommend direct access software. It does cost a little bit more, but if you're profitable, it shouldn't really matter. But it does cost that little bit more because you usually get hit with platform and data fees. Uh, should I invest in the ruble? Good luck with that one. Let me know how you get on if you do. I don't think anybody's investing. I don't actually think you can buy rubles at the minute. I don't think any exchanges I think trading will be suspended on it. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you know in the chat. Can you still trade against the ruble? US dollar versus the ruble. Let me know. The more you join me, the more you want to give it a try. Okay, Jacob. Well, you know where to go. There's a course that gives you all of what I do in my link tree. The first link in the link tree gives you the full. In fact, what I'll do is I'll open up the course here. I'll show you the. Oh, here's the website. I'll pull this across so that I'll see it. I'll pull this across onto. So this is the actual website, and here's my face. I do apologize. Okay, so this is the website, Day Trade with Tony, and you can get up there. The address is hustletony.teach.com. You can get in there. This is teaches you all about trading. That's my face. That's my catfish photo, by the way. If I go into the actual course itself, it's only 147 bucks a month. But if I go into the actual uh, syllabus here, you've got 12 modules. So you've got start off with the introduction to training. I've loaded this tutorial up on YouTube. You can get that for free if you want to. Then we're getting into risk management, stock selection, what I'm looking for in stocks, how I go about selecting them, uh, charting, technical analysis, understanding patterns, or intraday patterns. Then we get into the actual strategies themselves, what strategies I use, and involved in that, entries, exits, everything else. Stock scanning. There's a section on Benzinga, how to set up your scanners. I actually go into it. It was a tutorial. I actually show you live of me setting up the scanners for my daily pre-market scanning. Then a big piece about the psychological game, trade management, how you actually beat the emotions of trading, because that's probably the biggest downfall. Then a little bit more in depth, start talking about level 2 and hotkeys. And then if you're going to be doing it instead of a 9 to 5, trading as a business, what's important, get an accountant, tax liabilities, that kind of stuff. And a little bit on advanced technical indicators and an introduction to options. I don't trade options very often, but a lot of people are asking me what about options as well. I do trade options. I know about them, so I've even got a module in there on options. So that's what you can get for 150 bucks a month. There's a money back guarantee. So if you don't like it, you're not happy with it, just let me know and I'll give you your money back. There's my face again. That's for people wanting to know how to get into it. I don't trade Forex. There's a reason I don't trade Forex, and the reason is very much around the leverage. I just think Forex is higher risk. I keep telling everybody on the stream that the majority of people that get involved in day trading lose money. eToro, just using the details on their own platform, eToro, well, thanks for that. You don't have to, but I appreciate that. So eToro, 80% of people that trade on the eToro platform lose money, and at a median of 36% of their stake on an annual basis. Well, that's eToro based on their own traders. Stanford University did a study a few years ago, and it was 85% of people that put money into the stock market on a day trading lose money. In Forex, that number shoots up and it's over 95% of people who trade Forex lose money. Forex trading is not easy. It's absolutely, and the technical indicators are more relied upon in Forex trading, but they're even, they're no more they're more relied upon, but they're no more reliable. So that's the thing with Forex. That's why I don't trade Forex. Question here is, when I'm shaping my trading model, how would I go about correcting it when the model fails? I exit the trade. So my trading model is not about back testing strategies and technical indicators and things like that. I've tried that. I lost money trying that. There is no magical technical indicator that tells you when to get in signals like that. There isn't one, which is why I trade patterns as opposed to technical indicators. The technical indicators are pretty much all lagging indicators. So what that essentially means is they're telling you what price action has already gone on, what's actually happened, and they move their lines. A technical indicator moves its lines once a candle has completed, once it's closed, moved on to the next candle. So technical indicators, they can give you an idea of what's happening. They can give you some trend indication, can give you an idea of what's happening, but they're not going to give you any future predictions for it. So I don't rely on technical indicators for that perspective. I only use technical indicators as a method of confirmation. What I look at, I'm looking for patterns. I'm looking for pattern formations, and I'm looking for breakouts of those patterns. And the reason I'm looking for volume is because other traders are using the same strategies that I am. They're looking for the same patterns that I am. So if I'm looking for volume, I know what the breakout points on those patterns are likely to be, and as does every other profitable trader out there, and many not so profitable traders out there. So we're all going to be jumping in at the same point. So for a flat top breakout, for example, or a high of day breakout, everybody knows that that's where everybody else is watching. So when it does break out, everybody buys in, and then we get that buying push to the upside. The same thing in reverse. So if we're getting a break of a low of day, then everybody can be watching that's on the short side, and we'll get that sell off. So trade patterns rather than signals. I don't have to backtest patterns. That's the good thing about it. The patterns are there because of how they work. The strategies that you can look at, the crossover strategy, the moving average crossover strategy. It's not a strategy per se, but it is a confirmation. If you get a moving average crossing over, it's usually already telling you what you can already see on the patterns. You usually see that on the candle formation. So if you're using a moving average crossover strategy, then yeah, great. It's just telling you what's already happened on the chart that you should be able to see yourself. Will the pre-market gains hold? Are we past the bottom in your opinion? $6 million question. If I said I knew what the market's going to do or what any particular stock's going to do on a given day, I'd be lying. And anybody that does say that is lying. They don't. You don't know what's going to happen, and more importantly, you don't know what news can break that can impact the value of that stock. You just don't. That's the thing. And if you say that you do, then let me know what the this week's lottery numbers are, because you must be clairvoyant. But we can make we can make some predictions based on the trends that it's following. So, for example, DRCT was called out to me, something that's moving on the daily chart. It's horrible. It's been selling off actively since for the best part of a month now. So the daily chart's horrible, but intraday today it's having a strong day so far pre-market. So I would like to know what news catalyst. I couldn't find the actual news catalyst for this was today. Why it's actually gapping up the way it is. It's currently trading slightly above the volume weighted average price, which is an upwards trend. So I look for intraday patterns rather than scanning for daily patterns. If we get a dump next week, that's fine. If we get a dump next week, so what I'm looking for is I'm looking for movement in the market, either up or down, doesn't matter to me. Because each and every day, if the market's moving, it creates volatility, and that's what I need. So that there are going to be stocks that are making big moves. And if it's to the downside, if I'm not getting any up gappers, then I'll change my strategy and I'll start shorting and move to the downside. And we can make money with stocks that are losing ground just as easily as we can with stocks that are moving up. The difference being is I've found that the patterns are a little bit more predictable with stocks that are moving in a bullish tendency, and that's because more people trade with a long bias than they do with a short bias. So you get more volume to the long side. So when you get those breakouts, the breakout confirmation usually comes with a lot more volume than on the short side. But there's money to be made in downwards momentum as well as upwards momentum. Where it becomes a little bit more difficult is when you get a rangy market that's just moving sideways. And it's moving sideways within a small range. There's not a lot of volatility in it. Then it becomes more difficult to actually find stocks to trade. A broker, I use Interactive Brokers. The two that I use are Interactive Brokers, IBKR, if you will, and Capital Markets Elite, which is CME. I sell courses because I don't make any money trading. Well, if you're watching the trade live, then you'll see that I'm making money consistently. I can show my bank statements and my broker statements if you want me to. That's not. In fact, I'll do a video after this stream because somebody called me out just before the stream saying that he doesn't believe there's two people now saying show your history. So I'll print off a bank statement and I'll just delete the relevant information, the account information and stuff like that, and I'll do a video. And I've got nothing to hide. I'll show my bank statements. I'll show the broker statements, and you'll see where it all tallies up. What I've withdrawn from the broker, what it's deposited in the bank, and I've got nothing to hide. So I'm I'm selling a course because I was asked to. So somebody that's new to this stream thinks I created this stream so I could sell a course. I didn't have a course. I didn't have a course. I created this stream. I started streaming because you know what? It's company while I'm trading. I did the small account challenge for a bit of clout. That's all it was. But I use this stream. It keeps me company while I'm trading. I can't have a conversation with the dog. But during the last month, I've been inundated with people asking to either coach them, teach them, mentor them, whatever it is. Do I have a course? To a point where last month, the end of last month, I said, yeah, okay, I'll put something together. So last week, towards the end of last week, I started putting something together on paper. I built out a presentation, 12 lessons, built out the exams to go with it, and I published it on Monday or Sunday. So that's where the course is. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. I'm not asking you to buy it. But if you want me to teach you, if you're asking me to teach you, I'm saying the course is there, go and buy it. So you don't want to buy it, that's up to you. I'm not asking you. I'm not, I don't have to sell a course. But that being said, if you want to make money on a passive income basis, selling a course is a good way to do it. It's called digital assets. People will now watch my stream and want to learn my strategies, want to learn how to do what I do, and they'll go and buy that course. Now it's up there, it's published. I don't have to do anything else. So that's called passive income stream for me. So if I'm not trading, I've got multiple passive income streams. I've got my website, which is got a whole bunch of affiliate links on there, and I earn money. I earn commissions from affiliate marketing. I've got somebody was calling me out a couple of weeks ago for monetizing my social media. I'm like, well, if you're not monetizing your social media, what are you doing on social media? I don't know the majority of you guys. You don't know me from Adam. So, I wouldn't call you all my friends. Not one of you asked me, bought me a beer and said, come on, let's have a glass of wine, sit down and have a glass of wine together. Not one of you actually said, Tony, how's your mental health today? And we've had a conversation. You're not my friends. You're just random people on the internet. So, I don't owe anybody anything. You know what I mean? And that sense of entitlement that says, okay, because you're earning money in one way, you shouldn't be able to earn it another way. You shouldn't have multiple income streams. That's the crab mentality. I don't know if you know about the crab mentality, but the crab mentality, you take one crab and you stick it in a bucket near the ocean, it'll climb out of that bucket and run back to the ocean. If you take 12 crabs and stick them all in a bucket, they won't move because the one crab that tries to crawl out of the bucket gets dragged back in by the others. and it keeps being pulled down by all the others. That's crab mentality. If you want to pull people down because you're not doing something, then that's up to you. What I would say is if you've got an expertise in something, build a course, sell consultancy. If you've got expertise in something, why are you not digitalizing it? Why are you not making that an asset? You go and do your 9 to 5 and you're making somebody else rich. Whether your 9 to 5 is, laying bricks or flipping burgers or something a bit more, a doctor or a lawyer is doing a 9 to 5, they're doing a great public service. But if they don't go to work, they don't earn money. I don't go to work. I don't come and trade. I'm still earning money. That's why I'm selling a course. Hello in Australia. I didn't realize. I didn't realize you'd still be awake. I thought you'd be asleep by now. Oh, there you go. It's midnight there. I always trade at this time, absolutely. So I start streaming 2 hours before market opens. We've got an hour left before market opens, and I'll be streaming for an hour during the market. So if you can stay up till 2 o'clock, you can watch. You might learn something, you might not. You might just get tired of my voice and it puts you to sleep if you've had a hard day. What do I trade on? I'm trading the platform I'm trading on is Dash Trader Pro. The hardware I'm trading on is a HP gaming laptop. What's the most successful platform for the guy who holds on to stocks for between 1 to 4 days? I'm not sure what that question's asking, but any if you're going to be doing that, you're going to be holding kind of overnight for a couple of days. That's known as swing trading, and most platforms will allow you to do that. So some some brokers will charge you an overnight fee for holding positions overnight, but it's minuscule. It's very small. It can eat into your if you're looking for small gains, it can eat into your profits. But if you're looking for reasonable gains, and when you swing trade, and you tend to be setting yourself bigger stops and losses, so you might go into a position swing trading, and whatever the position you've got in there, you might be looking to make a 25-30% gain on that trade. Uh, and you might be risking, you know, 10-15% on that trade. So you set strict stop losses and take profits. And if it hits those levels whilst you're not actually doing that, right? And you can actually automate that to take half off at the top level. You take profit and set another stop, and cancel all the other orders and set another stop if that's the case. Depending on the platform you're on, those kind of scripts that get a bit more complicated for swing traders. Um, but most platforms, I mean, the first platform I put money into was actually eToro, and you can swing trade on eToro, swing trade on Interactive Brokers, TD Ameritrade. You're in the States, Webull or Robinhood. You can do swing trading on most of those. Swing trading is unlikely to impact you from a PDT rule if you're in America either, the pattern day trading rule. So it's not going to count as one of your. If you hold it overnight, it's not going to count as one of your day trades for the PDT rule. So just bear that in mind as well. What is the best coins to buy? That's a very subjective question. It's all about personal preference. Anybody that says the best coins to buy are X, Y, and Z is usually because they've got an invested interest in it. Now, you can't go wrong with Bitcoin. It is the daddy of crypto. Ethereum follows a close second. Are you going to make massive gains with those? No. Are you going to make gains with those if you hold them long term? More than likely. I'm not going to say yes for sure because there's always the outside risk, but certainly more than likely. Then what do I like? So I've got holdings in Bitcoin, Ethereum. I've got holdings in Cardano, which is ADA, and I've got holdings in XRP. Those are the 4 coins in my crypto portfolio that I'm holding long term. Now, I will dabble and I will dip in either on an interim basis for more for swing trading than day trading. When I see another coin that is making good gains and having a good period, a good moment, I might move in and take a quick profit over a period of a couple of days, maybe. But if you want to make the moon gains that people have been making over the last couple of years, you really want to be uh, getting in pre-launch. You want to be getting in an obscure coin that's got a good project, got a loyal community, and getting in pre-launch. It's close. It's akin to gambling, but if you get in, say, 4 or 5, you put in a couple of $100 into 4 or 5 different projects, and one of them moons, it'll be worth it. But you have to do your research. Once they've hit the exchanges, the majority of the gains are done. Once they hit the major coin exchanges, the majority of the gains are done. You're not going to get the 700-800% gains in a couple of days anymore. How do I define a strategy? So the strategy is a list of rules and conditions that I use to trade on a day basis. I've got a couple of strategies that I use. So, for example, if I talk about my gap and go strategy, I'm looking for I scan for stocks, I scan for companies pre-market that are meeting a certain preconditions before I put them onto my gap and go watch list. Then once they're on the gap and go watch list, I look for key areas of support and resistance, and I look for setups within those key areas. And then when certain patterns start to form, and there are a number of different patterns that can lend themselves to the gap and go strategy, when those patterns form, I will then look for the breakout of those patterns, take a position, and ride that momentum. During that trade, I may add to the position if I get a comfortable cushion, or I may take profit early. But the idea is that managing risk, I'm taking a trade and I have a trade plan before I do that. The saying is, plan your trade and trade the plan. So what you do when you enter a trade, and they don't always go to plan, so you've got to be flexible in that sense. But you enter, let's say I enter BRCT at 250, which is just above the volume weighted average price. But let's say it's a $half level, so the breakout of 250, and it shoots up. I'm looking at for a 10-cent move. It's a low size stop, looking for it to go up to 260. But I'm also going to get out at 245. So I'm getting in at 250. I'm looking for it to meet at least 260. That's when I'll take some profits. And then if it doesn't go my way and it reverses and hits 245, I get out for a 5-cent loss. So that's the strategy that I would have, exhibiting mitigating risk, having a good profit loss target ratio, and trading certain patterns based on certain preconditions of the market. Later in the day, after the first half an hour, the gap and go's gone, because if it's gapped up but it didn't go, then that strategy is redundant. So then I look for trading momentum stocks, momentum strategy. So it might be a stock that was gapping down and has decided to make a reversal, do a red to green move, if you will. And then I'll trade momentum stocks. And that's a different strategy, but it still exhibits a lot of the same principles and rules. Don't trade currencies. I don't understand that question, Michael, but you did, Rocco. You did ask me about the dog, and I appreciate that. Look, uh, I appreciate that people coming on and with the crab mentality, they stick around. Believe it or not, some of these people they stick around longer than most others, which is quite kind of funny. So you get a couple of people join the stream, look at it, they'll give me a couple of likes, they'll follow me, and then don't see them again. And then you get these people that the haters that keep coming back. And you know what? When you're a hater and you interact, you're secretly a fan. That's what it is, and I'm just giving you a little bit of what you want, which is interaction. You're screaming out for attention, so I'm giving a little bit to you. I'm using at the moment. I'm in with Capital Markets Elite. That's the broker. Does it matter to have a large setup for trading? Large setup? Don't know what you mean by large setup. The all the all the all the screens and things here. No, you can just trade on your laptop. So if I go, I've got two portables. Granted, I've got two portable screens, USB monitors in my bag there. So if I do go away, I can continue trading, and I'll have the scanners on one screen, I'll have the trade on one screen, and I'll have this a watch list on one screen. This screen kind of goes out the window when I'm traveling. So this is what I'm using for streaming. I've got my stream set up there on YouTube as well. So what platform gives me the stock signal? That's Benzinga Pro. Benzinga Pro. There's a link in the link tree. So people that are saying, why am I selling a course? Well, why am I promoting Benzinga? I just transparency. You go and sign up for Benzinga. It's free for 14 days anyway. But if you decide to sign up for Benzinga after clicking that link, I get a commission. So what? It's not costing you anything. It comes out of their pocket, not yours. So the majority of those, with the exception of Dash Trader Pro, the majority of the links in my link tree, if you buy something from there, then if you sign up to Trading View, then I'll get a commission. If you sign up to Trader View, not the free version, because obviously I don't get a commission. A percentage of zero is zero, but you sign up to one of the premium package, I'll get a commission. You know, that's the smart way of doing things. I mean, you go on to I'm not Jake Paul, but you go on to Jake Paul's YouTube channel, and he doesn't need the money, you'll say. But why has he got affiliate links all over his YouTube channel? Why has he got advertisements during his videos? That's how he makes money. Come on. Ah, that's a good question. So, how come my equities jumped to 72,000 and it was at 59,000? So, yesterday we had a good day. We had a 16,000 day yesterday. If I just pull up the trades from yesterday. So, Nine Energy was the first one we traded. We did $460 on Nine Energy. Houston American Energy was the next trade that we took, which was $750 profit that we made. This is outside of charges and commissions. This is gross. This is the trade P&L. Then we went to US Energy, which was probably the biggest one during this stream, which was we did $3,600, $3,688. Bed Bath and Beyond was the last one we took on the stream, and we lost $80. I went away. I took the dog for a walk. Came back a little bit later, so about an hour, half an hour, 45 minutes later. Got into ENSV, and we ended up making $12,000 on that. So $12,446 we made on that. Total on the day before charges and commissions was $17,000. So it was actually 16,000 added to the equity. 16,300 is what we added to the equity. So yeah, it's now 72. So we started just under 29,000 at the beginning of the month. So we're having we're having another good month. So 3 good months in a row. We had a good January as well. Already covered Tesla. It's Benzinga. Benzinga. In the link tree, Benzinga is what I use to find the stocks. The website is Hustle with Tony. Hustle-with-tony.com. I do have an ISA with I trade in that as well when I'm with Interactive. I've got an ISA, and I've also got a retirement account with Interactive Brokers that I can trade with, which minimises the tax. And those accounts. If I'm allowed a certain amount to trade in the ISA, but in the pension in the pension account, the retirement account, I can trade pretty much as I want, um, and as long as I don't withdraw from it, I don't get taxed on it. What would be your advice to start investing once you turned 18? My advice is don't wait till you're 18. Simple answer to that is an investment point of view. Whatever your wage is, if you're earning a wage, let's just say you're on minimum wage, you're flipping burgers at McDonald's for a little over minimum wage. You get paid fortnightly. I think McDonald's pays fortnightly. So every week you're getting, let's say, 500 bucks a week, £500 a week in your case, or so that's £1,000 a month. So every week I'd take £100 and I'd put it in an index related an index fund or an ETF that mirrors the S&P 500, for example. You do that, you automate it so you don't actually see it. It comes out automatically before you actually it goes into your account. Okay, and you take 100, 200 quid a month, and you do that for the next 10, 12 years till you're 30. Then you can just forget about it and then retire effectively. When you retire at 60, 65, you don't have to worry. You'll be a multimillionaire. That's it. So, if you're putting 200 quid a week, 200 quid a week away, you'll have over $1 million by the time you retire. Better to open a stocks and shares ISA with my broker or with your bank? It depends. So if your broker offers that service, so capital markets doesn't offer that service. Capital markets, I inquired with them if they offer that service. Now I can link, so I can go to a financial institution, get them to set up my ISA or my pension account, and link it to capital markets. So there's a lot of to and froing, but capital markets won't manage that for me. Interactive brokers, on the other hand, will do that. They offer the ability to trade in an ISA I think Traded 212 in the UK might do something similar. TD Ameritrade will do something similar. That they will, if you speak with them, they will either help you set that up or they'll give you the recommendations directly. So the brokers will help you to do that. Um, don't lose focus, but trading these tax-free accounts is much better than. Also, if you're trading CFDs or spread betting in the UK, I think it's free from capital gains tax anyway. So if you have the option of trading CFDs instead of stocks in the UK, double check with your accountant. But I believe in the UK it's tax free because it's considered gambling. Pyramid scheme. Okay, who's at the top of the pyramid scheme first and foremost, and secondly, who's underneath it? Pyramid scheme. You know what a pyramid looks like, don't you? You know. Let me explain the what a pyramid looks like. Okay, a pyramid. You've got one person sitting at the top. Underneath, you've got a small section of executive managers, as they might call themselves. Underneath them, you might have regional managers. Underneath them, you'll have local managers, and then underneath them, you'll have the lackeys. That's kind of what a typical pyramid scheme looks like. Let me just describe what a typical PLC looks like. You've got a CEO, then you've got vice presidents, then you've got directors, then you've got managers, then you've got individual contributors. See a pattern? Where's the pyramid? Addy, if I was making losses on trading, I wouldn't be able to sell the course. Don't understand why people don't want you to make money. Like I say, Michael, it's the crab mentality, and people have that crab mentality. It stems from, it says more about them than it does about me, because it stems from that internal mentality that somewhere along the line they get bitter and they see someone doing something with themselves and actually climbing out of the bucket, and they have to drag them down rather than actually being happy that someone is getting out of the bucket. And moreover, rather than actually trying to get out of the bucket themselves, they rather drag someone back in and drag it down. So, you know, Paddy, what pyramid scheme am I part of? Please enlighten me, because if someone's enrolled me in a pyramid scheme without my knowledge, I'll be most pissed. Please, Paddy, let me know which pyramid scheme I'm actually part of. Well, I clearly have no clue what I'm doing. If somebody's enrolled me in a pyramid scheme without my knowledge, Paddy, did you enroll me in a pyramid scheme without my knowledge, Paddy? Please tell me. I hope you didn't. No, this is not my only source of income. This is this is not my only source of income. So I have my trading income. Like I said, I've got a website which is full of affiliate links. I do consultancy on. I've now just as of last Sunday published this course. There's not a lot come through that yet, but that takes time. I do consultancy for PLC companies. If you take a look at my LinkedIn, you'll see that it stands up. It stands up. I don't trade options very often. I occasionally trade options, but not very often. IMPP is looking good today, making a comeback. EOS Energy is looking good, making moves. IMPP is at 13%. I want to get it a little bit, see it a little bit. Big light, that's called a ring light. Well, absolutely, Michael, and I call that out. That's a good point. So people buying the course, it's not a guarantee that you're going to be profitable. It's not a guarantee you're not going to lose. In fact, if I had to make a guarantee, the likelihood is I will guarantee you will lose, because most people do lose. Most people get in the market and they lose money. Very few people get into the market without losing money. In fact, even the top investors, the activist investors, lose money. It's just a case of managing your risk to a point where when you make money, you make more than you lose. I lose money every day. Yesterday, for example, I made 4 trades and one of them was a loser. So the psychological key to being profitable, other than just risk risk management in the markets, is get good at being wrong. So every day, and nobody likes to be wrong, but every single day that you can get into a trade, you can watch the patterns, you can trade verbatim like the strategy tells you. But ultimately, every trade you take might be wrong. It might go the opposite direction as to what you expected. And the idea there is that you don't hold on to that loser. If that's happening, you cut your losses. So you cut your losses early and you keep your winners long. So that's how you trade profitably. Um, absolutely. I doubt you know about cheaper scanner than with the Bazinga Pro. I do know you can get onto Finviz. Finviz is free. Not as good, but it's free. You're always welcome, Amran. How's Neo? I hope you're talking about the EV manufacturer as opposed to the latest Matrix movie, because that's awful. I don't know if anyone's seen the latest Matrix movie, because trust me, it is awful, terrible. Okay, so Neo is down, trading around 1850s. There's not a lot of volume. It's trading 1850s. It's up on the day. but it's been following the wider market. I look at the daily; it has been following the wider market uh, since last year. So I like Neo. I think there is potentially a lot more to come from Neo. Will it get back up over $50 a share? I don't know. Do I think it's going to remain under $20 a share? I don't know. My own personal opinion I can give, and is that I think Neo's real value is probably in around the $30 in the $30 mark at the moment. I'm bullish on the whole EV space. I think now that it's becoming more and more mainstream, it's not just Tesla either. All of the main vehicle manufacturers are getting into the EV space, but Tesla really did set the bar and they've set it quite high. Yes, they're more expensive, but the range, the performance, everything about a Tesla has become something to aspire to. It's become a bit of a status symbol now. So I'm bullish on the EV sector as a whole. I like that as a sector, and I think as we move forward, you'll see a lot more in EV. Yeah, I was a big fan of The Matrix. I really enjoyed the first three. First one is excellent. It's by far and away, the original is the best, and that usually is the case. But the two follow-ups were also good on The Matrix, and they should just have left it alone. They should just have left it alone. An ending, and you know, do with it what you will. But the way they brought it back, it just doesn't work. It does not work. And the fact that there's Agent Smith isn't Agent Smith anymore, and Morpheus isn't Morpheus anymore. It just doesn't work. And that, I should have said spoiler alert, but right now, Sunshine Bio is still trading below the volume weighted average. Not a trade yet for me. Bumble, more volume. Zest, selling off its top. IMPP is again below the volume weighted average, so it's downwards trending. So right now, not a lot actually happening. So we've got half an hour to the bell, and we're reliant on what's happening after the bell. So far, we've not taken a trade this morning, and sometimes the best trades you can take are the ones that you don't take. That's a good question. Do I think we live in a simulation? Well, I think the statistics say that if it's possible that at some time in the future we can create an artificial simulation uh, that people can live in without knowing, then the statistical probability is we're already living in it. That's what they said. Um, for science fiction, it really is. 1,000 bucks over three stocks to day trade. Is it too little? No, no, it's not. So again, it comes down to if you've got 1,000 bucks, that's your equity. You need to be trading small. So you need to be taking lot sizes of. You're not going to get much margin leverage with that, if any. Depending on which your broker is. And I know some won't give any leverage for anything less than $2,500. Some won't give leverage for less than $500. So, you might get a 2-to-1 leverage on $1,000, for example. Let's say you're just trading a cash account, $1,000, and you're not subject to the PD2. Well, I'm assuming the majority of my stream is European based because I am. So the majority of you are European based. But if you take stocks that are, let's say, I'm looking at SPF, what's this called again? Sunshine Biopharma, SBFM. It's trading at, let's say, $4 a share. So you can take $100 there, 100 shares, and it's going to be $400. Okay, you can take 100 shares, and if that moves 10 cents, you effectively would cost you $400 to capture that 10-cent move to make 10 quid. So, or if you got 100 shares, 10 cents, 10 quid. That make sense? So it's about what your expectation is. If you're happy making 10 quid a trade, right. So if you can actually take that a little bit higher, take 200 shares, and you make 20 quid, right. As long as you're not with a broker that the commissions are going to eat into that, because what you start doing is you play the long game. The compounding of that, once you get into, it doesn't matter if you've got no leverage, but the compound once you get into leverage makes a big difference. You've got to start small, 10 quid a day, that's 50 quid a week. So you start the next week and you've got an extra 50 quid to play with. And then it's like 11 quid a day. So then ends up being 55, 60 quid a week. So over the course of 3, 4 months, you build that 1,000 up to 1,500, 2,000. And then over the next few months, you build that up, and it's before you know it, you've got 5, 6,000 in that account. The idea is that you build it up slowly to a point when, as soon as you can start taking leverage, let's say you get to $2,500, you can then get 4 times leverage with most brokers. You can actually trade with a $10,000 buying power account. And $10,000 buying power account means that you can start now expecting to earn $100 a day, $200 a day. Set your goals a little bit higher. $200 a day, what does that do for you? Well, that's $1,000 a week, $4,000 a year. That's $48,000 a year. $4,000 a month. It's $48,000 a year. So that in itself is, it's an income for a lot of people. So start small and grow your account. Exhibit the principles of risk management. Grow the account slowly, and that's what you do. Gold is down at the moment. So let me just have another look at gold. Looking at the gold ETF. Um, it's still trading below the VWAP. So this, just monitor it. We're getting a couple of dojis down the bottom, which because it's low volume, I don't trade commodities, precious metals, anything like that, because the volume's not there to trade those. But from a swing trade point of view, those kind of long wick dojis are usually a sign of indecision. So we had a lot of selling off pre-market on Monday in gold, and then it made a complete reversal, and finished up on the deck. We've had a similar situation, sold off midday yesterday, and then recovered for the most part where it started the day, a little up on where it started the day. So it's been doing nothing but selling off out of hours. So the question there is, will people see that as a sign to buy in at a discount? Worth watching. If you're a swing trader, I'm not going to say it's worth trading, but make your decision. Look at the 60-minute chart. Look at the daily chart. Gold is on a bit of a run at the moment because of the gold. Typically, is a fear hedge. Whenever there's uncertainty in the world, whenever the VIX index is in the 30s, for example, then people start hedging precious metals, and gold is the go-to precious metal to hedge the money. Evertonianism. Evertonianisms are in a simulation at the minute. Uh, Evertonianisms, they wish they were in a simulation, i.e., FIFA, because that's the only way they're going to win anything. What am I buying? Right now, I'm just waiting for a setup. There's nothing setting up right now with decent volume. So we've got 25 minutes to the bell. We might see something at the bell, but we've got 25 minutes. and hopefully you'll get some volume come in. This is going back to what it was a couple of weeks ago when we had some quiet markets. We've had last week and the first 2 days of this week were mental. We had so much volatility; it was beautiful. We love volatility in the market. As day traders, we love volatility in the markets. Analysts hate volatility because it makes them look stupid. Does E-Trade give leverage? Yes, in a margin account, E-Trade does give leverage. I'm using Dash Trader Pro. Try to be transparent. Thanks, Cornflake. I, I I can only recommend the brokers that I've traded with and had good experiences. And I've not traded with many brokers, and maybe I should do that. And if I get a decent enough following on YouTube, then I'll open an account with 3 or 4 different brokers and give them a review. Um, no point doing that for it's never going to get said. So I trade with I've traded with like I say a few different brokers, but eToro, for example, not for me. It's not day trading material. I've still got the account, but can't day trade with eToro. It's just not practical. The platform's not great. It's got a subset of the market. It doesn't carry the whole market, and the spreads you can't do limit orders, market orders only. No trading outside of hours. So it's market hours only. So I don't trade with eToro. The brokers that I've had good experiences with are Capital Markets Elite Group, which is probably my preferred broker, and Interactive Brokers. Now, Interactive Brokers, I've got my retirement account with them, and they're probably the most well known of the two and most reputable of the two. So it doesn't matter where you're sitting, you can pretty much get an account with Interactive Brokers. If you're with Capital Markets, there are some restrictions based on geographies as well. But Interactive, I think in the UK, I think they're regulated out of Cyprus, in the UK and Ireland. So, but Interactive are good. I'm not a big fan of the Trader Workstation platform, which is the proprietary platform for Interactive Brokers. But to learn how to trade, it's certainly it's functional enough to learn how to trade whilst you're learning. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're using the Trader Workstation and you want live data, I think you have to pay data fees anyway. But I use Dash Trader Pro, so I paid for the uh, platform and data fees directly to Dash Trader as opposed to through Interactive. So just let me know in the chat if you're with Interactive Brokers, do they still charge data fees if you're going to be using the simulator? Short on BB. Why are you short on Bed Bath and Beyond? I don't understand that. There's like a 60% short interest on Bed Bath and Beyond. When that moves, it's going to move. I think if you're taking a short position on Bed Bath and Beyond, you either know something I don't, or you're you're a lot more confident than I am. I wouldn't take a short position on Bed Bath and Beyond, but good luck to you. So in the scanner, I look for gainers. If you're talking about oversold and overbought, um, it's not so much in the scanners. That could be one of the more complex technical indicators, like a MACD or an RSI. Now, with a MACD or an RSI, I mean, I can see on the candlestick charts and the patterns that are forming when something is extended. What I might do is if I put the RSI on, for example, and I'm looking for a reversal, usually reversal strategies usually end of day is a good time to execute reversal strategies, um, trade reversal strategies. So if you're looking at the RSI, you can get into a point where it's oversold, for example, and you're looking for a bottom bounce, uh, and it confirms with what you're seeing in the patterns. You're actually seeing the the the, the patterns. Uh, it looks like it's about to make a reversal, and it's heavily into the oversold section on the RSI indicator. Then you can take a position. with a tight loss of low of day, for example. And then if it continues to go down, you get stopped out for a small loss. But if you're right, everybody else will see that as a show of reversal or even a show of strength. The shorts will buy to cover the position because they'll say, okay, I want to maximize my profits, so they'll take profits there. Buyers will be looking to jump in on that rebound and on that bounce. You very often get an influx of volume at that point on those towards the end of the day, last 15 minutes of the day, where you get those reversals in on the that have been selling off most of the day, and you get that bounce up. And the same thing happens when it's really extended at the top. What I've been seeing over the last couple of months, though, is the reversal's not been waiting until the end of the day. It's been happening, around 12 midday, 1 o'clock market time. So uh, in long biased positions, it's been happening and reversing and then selling off for the afternoon. Yes, I have. When I think about how much I've made with not so much oil, but the energy stocks as a whole, I lost 28,000. Actually, let me just have a look on my trader view. How much I lost last Monday? 24,000 with Indonesian energy last Monday. I lost. Uh, so we made that back up because on Monday, we made 36,000 with Indonesian energy. So we're in the green on that ticker for sure. We've been trading that. Last Monday was not good for me, and I didn't trade well. I took positions I shouldn't have taken, wasn't paying attention, and lost a lot of money on Monday. I tried a little bit too hard to force the positions that weren't there. Whereas since then, I've been a lot more conscious of what I've been doing, and we've made money all but 1 day since. We lost money on Friday. No, we lost money on Monday, the 28th of February, and we lost money on Wednesday, March the 2nd. Yeah, only 24 bucks we lost on last Wednesday, so that's a win for me if I'm being completely honest. I think we were about 3,000 down at one stage pre-market, so come back and finish only 25 bucks down. That was as good as a win. But we've had a really good start to this week. We've had two really good days this week. Webull, I've never traded because I'm not in America, but Webull, I've heard good things about. Um, it's better than Robinhood. The advantage of Webull is they offer zero commissions. Um, the disadvantage, and you can set limit orders, post to market orders. The disadvantage is that the reason they offer free commissions is that you are the product. They still go through the payment for order flow. So your executions are a little bit laggy because they put it through whichever market maker they want to put it through, whoever's paying the most for it, and the spreads are that little bit wider, just a fraction wider. What do I think about crypto or Ethereum? I'm big on the crypto space. Options in the UK, I use. There's a number of different brokers that you can trade options with. But whenever I'm trading options, I trade via interactive brokers. I use the options train with interactive brokers, and the spreads aren't too bad either there. Well, I'm streaming on. If you want to see the screens, I'm streaming on YouTube concurrently as well. Someone will ask if I can place the camera on the screens. So I'm actually showing the screens here. I'm trading live on YouTube as we speak as well. So if you want to see the screens in real time, uh, that's where you can see it. I will show when I've taken trades. I will show you the trades and where I got in and why I got in, etc., etc. Who's saying put option on Bed Bath and Beyond? I don't get that. What I'm saying is that there's a huge short interest on Bed Bath and Beyond. There's a lot of people shorting Bed Bath and Beyond. So for me, it only needs to move, say, $5, $6 north, and you'll see a lot of those shorts wanting to cover, which will then force it further north. Uh, there's a big risk of a short squeeze with Bed Bath and Beyond, and the last big short squeeze that we got was GME or GameStop last year. This time last year, GameStop scores up at 120% short interest. Bed Bath and Beyond is about 60% short interest at the moment, and guess who's just taken a 10% stake in Bed Bath and Beyond? Ryan Cohen. Ryan Cohen just happens to be the CEO of GameStop. So just be careful if you're betting against Bed Bath and Beyond. Am I getting oil stocks? I don't know. It depends what moves. Right now, oil isn't moving. I know. I know. Oh, this one's just hit the scanner. Have a look at it. Before earnings. Cano Health. Data. 80 million shares. Standing. 18% spotted. Any. Right, there you go. Third Point reports a 13D filing a stake in Cano Health. So Third Point just taking a position with Cano Health. Um, so that potentially why that's gap not on volume, but that's just up 13% in the last 50. Yep, at the pre-market high the 611. So that's the high we want to see break. Back. Well, that's Cano Health. Well, if you're looking at swing trading, oil, defense, anything like that, that's fine. I'm looking for intraday moves, and if I'm looking for intraday moves, I really need volume. And none of these defense stocks have been making big volatile moves. They've not been making huge voluminous moves. In terms of relative volume, they've not been making voluminous moves, so I've not seen them. So or they're below my radar, which is like $3 is the minimum I would take. I don't get leverage from my broker on anything less than $2, and I only get a 2-to-1 leverage on anything between $2 and $4. So it's difficult for me to trade anything less than $4. It has to be a really good setup if I'm trading anything less than $4. So I typically look for stocks that are trading between $4 and $25. That's my sweet spot. Only so basically, if you day trade, it's better to pay for a device like I use rather than these. Which device? Do I buy stocks I care about or just to profit? 100% profit. 100% profit. I don't care about any of these stocks. I'm being completely honest. I mean, the majority of these stocks are garbage. Hanos just hit this. So I don't look at fundamental analysis. You can go blue in your face. You can do your research in the evenings and get up early in the morning to do fundamental research. Look at reading the earnings reports and all that. I don't care, quite frankly. I really don't care. It's too much work, and a lot of it I just don't understand anyway. So um, a lot of these companies are garbage. Perfect example. Perfect example. CEI. I got involved in CEI last October, and I got burned. I lost money with CEI last October. The good news is I made a lot more money with DWAC and PXUN at the same time. But CEI went up to nearly $5 last October, and it had a big following on social media. And again, it's an energy stock, so it's having a good couple of days at the moment. But it was selling off since then, and people are like a week later when it was back below $2. People are like saying, "I'm still holding from $4." I'm like, why? Worst case scenario there is that going to get your money back, but it's not going to. You're not going to see those highs again for a long, long, long time, if at all. So CI as a company might be a great company, might not be. It's a garbage stock. As far as I'm concerned, it's garbage. I look at the daily chart. I look at the how it's just sold, continued to sell off, and it moved up, almost reached $2 there yesterday. I think it um, yeah, almost reached $2 yesterday. And guess what? It's pulled back. Now trading at a dollar 10. It went up to $1.98. It's not been the north side of $2 since last October, and it probably never will be. So I don't care about these companies. All I care about is this company having a good day today. Is there enough volume and volatility and range within this company's price action that I can make a profit? That's all I care about. Yes, I've got stock. So Ark's a good one actually. Although she's long term, I would say Ark. Right now, buy it because they are, I think, about 50% down on last year's highs. Kathy Wood's been putting money into some of the wrong. She made some bad decisions of late and lost a lot off the top of some of her funds. So, but Ark's typically Ark Invest would be a good place to put your money. Um, you're seeing what I see. I don't understand what you want me to do. No, you want me to. Okay, so what you want me to do is you want me to put the camera here like this so that you're seeing this, yeah? Is that what you want? Want- you want to see what I see? Is that what you want? Okay. Well, what I'll do is as of tomorrow, I'll start doing that. But I'm going to put this back on the thing because face is a bit all over the place. So I'll do that tomorrow. I'll fix it so that you can see that tomorrow over my shoulder or something. But I have to be careful what I'm showing live because I'm not allowed to show the level 2 live data. Um, and I don't want anyone seeing my account info. So my account info is in my montage. So on YouTube, for example, I've got uh, my camera covering my montage because I've got my account info in there. And I know most of you guys in the stream are really sound people, but there are one or two nefarious people in there that might be able to do something with my account info that you know you know. So I mean, most people are fine with this camera angle because I'm not giving stock picks. I'm not asking you to. Got 6 minutes to the bell. I'm not asking you to. In fact, I'm telling you not to blindly follow me. Um, And when I've taken a trade, I'm usually taking the camera for you can watch it happening live on YouTube. I'm taking the camera, I'm showing where I've got an entry. On the graphs, I've got it programmed so when I take a trade, if I press the buy button, it puts a little green arrow on there where I've actually bought in, and when I press the sell button, it puts a little red arrow there. So okay, YouTube. What tickers are we looking at today? Sunshine, Biopharma, AST Space Mobile, just hit the scanners. Bumble, I know that's about it, really. Not a lot. Technologies, maybe. Just waiting for the bell, hoping that there's a little bit of volume comes in after the bell because there's not a lot to trade at the moment. Bumble's just gone on a bit of a run, so I can't chase this. Good entry point here would have been good entry point here would be about 21.30s, 21.40 in at 21.40, 21.50. That would have been a good entry point, or even 21.16. So take out above this red candle. That would have been a good entry. Um, we've got a long way to go. So we've got 20, 22.50 daily, previous support level. Got 26.50 previous support, drop resistance level. So we've got a way to go before we actually start seeing $24, 22.50, $24 even. Those are the next levels I'm watching on Bumble. High of session. Oh, okay. Position. And yeah, I'm just going to leave that. I'm not going to take a position for the sake of taking a position. Because we're literally 2 minutes to the bell. So I've used Benzinga for my scanners. Okay, so I'm going to mix feedback as to where the camera angle is best. Um, so SBFM, I look at SBFM right now. So I'm being asked by Jack Sparrow wants to know is Sunshine Biopharma is it was an IPO in February. I'm not finding a catalyst, which makes me wonder. And if you look at the chart here on SBFM, so Sunshine Biopharma, it moved up to 932 pre-market and from $1.50 down at $4. So it's retraced more than 50%. It's trading, the action is all below the volume weighted average price. It's in a downwards trend. It's exhibiting a downwards trend. Whilst it is the top traded stock, it's actually now it was 600% up on the day or 500% up on the day. It's now 178. So it's in downwards trend. So right now, SBFM is not a trade for me. It needs to get back above $5 and hold it before I'm considering this as a potential trade. The line that's worth watching is $6 for a breakout after the bell. Once if it gets above $6, great. If it gets above the VWAP, I have a feeling this will move up towards the VWAP and then get rejected. That's just a feeling. CEI, like I say, I'm not holding it. The RCT below my threshold, why it's not on the scanners. I've got filters that filter out everything below $3. Now that's the bell. Casino is open. Some people. I'm going to go back to Bumble. See what do we get? Filled straight away. Went without me. Now it's the entry. Wanted in at 22.50. Next one is 24 for me. Level 4 on 22 was the level I was looking for. But the next level on Bumble is $24. The Halt level is 24.76. So I'm going to change my scanners over to regular hours. Let's have a look at a refresh. Got a big gap fill here. Daily, so we potentially have 5 as well, but 24 is where I'm looking. 24 is the level on the daily. So if for those on YouTube, why am I talking about 24? Because 24 is here. Level on the daily here, or support level on the daily. That's what we're looking. 24 is the next level. Something hit the scanners right now. If Bumble breaks 24, I might take a look for the opening breakout here. What's the high of this candle? 23.40. So 23.41, and I'll look for take a position. As long as we get volume to support that. Pulling back now. $0.05. So a lot of wicks on these 1 minute candles. Waiting for potential setup. Yep. INPP moved. So let's have a see. Well, that's now about to retake the volume weighted average. Price here on Bumble. I'm just watching. I'm not in it yet. We've not taken a position yet. So looking for break opening range high of 23.40. Breaks 23.40 with a bit of volume. Might have a goer. I'm not in it yet. I'm waiting for that break of the opening high. Opening candle right now on the 5 minute, 23.40 the high. Above that. '23. Yep. Got filled at 23.43. Up towards 23.70 maybe. Okay. Up towards 24s now. The profit off at 24. Back. That's of this. And I don't mind a pullback, consolidation. waiting for a bit more buying pressure. Test the highs. Brexit. Bounce at 23. Watching the trade now. Okay, so that faked me out. Okay, so we've got in for the break of the opening range high, which was 24, and it only went up to 23.80. Wanted it to get up. We were giving it a 50-cent loss. We wanted it to get up to 23, 24.40s, 24.20s, 24.40s. Wanted to see it break 24, but we'll get out there. It's that's not. It may come down to the VWAP again and bounce, but look for another setup. So the opening range breakout didn't work, and that happens. As you know, if you've been watching me, to get it wrong sometimes. So got an opening range high here of 537 IMPC. Reds are close enough. 538, 540, and I should see it up there. Ranges. Right, 540. 540 there. Volumes 8 come in. A little bit of move push up now for the break of 545, 550. Okay, to take profit on your way. It's up towards 545, 550. 20 cents. 514 and exit. Okay, so the first two trades not gone our way today, but that's not to say that they won't. Trying to keep a tight risk. Our old friend Indonesian Energy's come back now as well. So the stocks, energy stocks were down pre-market. Oh, so that's halted on the way up. Or Indonesian Energy halted at 34. So that'll be time now. Halt up or halt down. Waiting for that to in. $33. So this went up 85, 86, $99, $87. Mad, absolute mad. It was great trading. It was exciting. Come away from Indo today. Indo was down on the day and it was low volume, so it wasn't setting up. So I'm actually looking at it now, and Indo has just hit the scanners, and but it's still low volumes at the moment. So I'm just halted on the way up. Which broker do I use? Capital Markets and Interactive. Okay. So I do want the I want to be able to stream the desktop on TikTok. At the moment, I'm 4,000 in the red today. That's how much I'm down today. Oh, and it's also why I say don't follow me blindly, because I'm wrong some of the time as well. I'm wrong every single day. I'm just right more than I'm wrong. So 3 out of 4 times I'm right. Today, 100% wrong at the moment. But we're what, 10 minutes in. So this is a 10-minute halt. So let's have a look at what else is moving. Bumble went back up. So we've now got high of 23, 23.80. Double top on the 5 minute, the Bumble. Range on these candles is quite big. Bear that in mind with your risk reward analysis there. Range. So all of this Bed Bath and Beyond. Who was wanting to short Bed Bath and Beyond earlier? It's making a move up. Now we're up at 25s, 24, 24.50s. Dollars. Dollars. Volume. And next high. Bath and Beyond. 450. 450. On the no. We're in on Bed Bath and Beyond now. Our average buy price is 24.35. 24.30s is ask. Of 24.40s, back up towards 24.50. Bath and Beyond, expecting a potential short squeeze. Could get into a short squeeze this today. 60% short interest. If it keeps moving up, shorts will have to cover at some point. Okay, so just bear that in mind that there is short interest. Also, what may happen is that the shorts could add to the positions, get a better average, getting a better average dollar cost averaging. So there's going to be a potential battle between Ryan Cohen's army and the starters on Bed Bath and Beyond. I think last I saw was a tweet from Ryan Cohen last night was that he'd been trying to get in touch with the board of Bed Bath and Beyond. He's just taken this is mind you, this is a guy that's just bought 10% of your company. He's calling you up and leaving messages, not returning his calls. So madness. Go of GameStop bought 10% of your company, not returning his calls. Really? Asking for, and he's the one that wants them to sell it. Oh, breaks 24, as I say, we're getting ready to bet. Fail at 24. Okay, so that's three in a row, three losers in a row. So we've now got a hole to dig out of. Uh, in Red Bay, Alabama. Oh, huh? Know what that means? No one would help because you're the Antichrist. Oh, that's go figure. Short Bumble here. Um, have a look at the short interest. I'm not giving all-time highs. I would not be shorting Bumble at all-time highs. No, if it breaks out, you might get a bit of a push. So flat top there that it takes out still relevant. That flat top that trying to get volumes potential breakout. That kind of warns me off that one. Back at IM. That takes five. Retest the VWAP. Might be interesting. Right now, Hudson. Well, the volume the last 50 minutes. That was, oh, my goodness, what was the gap up there? But it closed at 33.46, opened at 37.98. My goodness, would have been like to have caught in that halt. So we're great. Yeah, granted it flushed, but that's a $4 gap up. Huge. $4.50. Fortune on. Okay. Not not moving. That's just going red for the. All right, we're just lacking the momentum at the moment. We're getting volume. Not got the volume on Indonesian energy just yet. Over the last 5 minutes, STS. ASTS, one that's got the volume over the last 5 or 6. Up on the day. Catalyst. Q4 earnings. Get this. Ah, right. Okay. It's announced a launch agreement with SpaceX. Did actually get some good trades with SpaceX. A few, yeah. Oh, yes. Catalyst. Uh, pulling back now. Was the VWAP. Don't mind that. up there. So next green candle to make a new high. Potentially watch how the volume comes in there, if there's an entry or not. Oh, that breaking all-time highs there. Going 70 volt. Profit there. Buy is selling pressure. Okay. Profit. Losses we've had so far. And is bought in. Oh, now on retest highs have 40. Hit also the highs. So like $9 to the 8 right now. For upwards movement, 980 alt level, a little bit off their exposure. Half thousand shares on this. Our entry is 886. It's currently 890. We're not in a bad place. We're just share size. Break even is our entry point. So our stop is our entry point. Break even. But we can add to the position. Break of 950. Our next add. Hold $9 and then up to 950. Breaks 9. That's our next add. Out of here now. So take the two addition. Like it's going to. So we'll just take the additional profit. Okay, so what I'll do here is just for the people on this stream, the ones on YouTube can actually see what I'm actually taking there. What we got here is a typical bull flag. Okay, so I'll just zoom in to make it easier. What we got is we got the extension up, and when it pulled back, we had two candles pull back. So we enter the next candle to make a new high. That's the bull flag, typical bull flag, and they break with volume. With what we see here, the histogram at the back is the volume. We can see it really pulled back, went all the way up, and went up to 950s. We took profit. We was expecting it to go further, so we took some profit there at 90 when it retraced, and then held until we moved out effectively our break even. Right now, we're looking at next entry, potential entry is going to be 908, 909. So that gave us $1,700 back of what we'd already lost. So we're still in the red, but there's opportunity. Our opportunity back in. see the break of $9 with volume. ASTS is one of the top traded ones at the minute in terms of volume. IMPP, the other one. IMPP, breaking opening range highs. Got volume come through, but we didn't follow through with the push. Right now, high is 544 and IP. Push up and break that again. Fine. Oh, next green candle to make a new high. One is breaks over $9 with potential. They don't always hold. When you get the pattern breakouts, they don't always hold. So they'll follow through with momentum and you get a big spike, but very often it can retrace. That's why it's important to lock in profits. Watching potential bull flag on the 1 minute. Further lows on 5 minutes. Or the low of this on 5 minutes is low 86. Higher continued higher lows. Breaks at 860. Unlikely to form that birth flag. So we see this birth flag coming down, bull flag coming down. Terminologies talking about. They might be right, but used to trading, not commentating. Therein lies the low of this 5 minute. Hold above that. Right. 90s. IMP. Breaking highs. Break for the break of $0.50. Break 550. IMPP up 570. 570. Up towards 565, 570. Uh, 575, 580. Watching IMPP. Imperial Petroleum. Trading at 540s. Testing that 550 range. back. Not a lot. I've got to be honest. The stocks that are moving aren't moving right volume or velocity. So markets like this, which are more sideways, that um, really find really difficult to trade. When we're getting fast movements in a particular trend up or down, I find that the market's a lot easier. Up at 560, 570 volume coming. Or is that selling or buying volume? Come on, do me a favor here. Oh, ranging 550, 548, 542. Hold, test the highs. Towards 5, 6, test those highs. Okay, back. Slowly is what this is doing. Annoying, frustrating. Know that these ones, based on the last few days, we know these can flush. Got to be very careful. Move quickly up, but they can very quickly down as well. So 5, 550 is trading at a bit of resistance at 560. Break 560 back to volume. Come on. Like a little bit off the exposure. It's not breaking out when I thought it would. So not helping. Going up for a flat top. 4 candles here now at up in 558. Okay, 3 in a row. Had one before that at 550. So back up and try again. Wondering what that snoring is? That's my chow chow, not me. I promise you, I'm still wide awake. Dog. I'm trading off the 1 minute and the 5 minute. So that's what I'm trading on. Using Gas Trader Pro. That's what I'm using. So IMPP is not making its mind up yet. significant size. We've got about $50,000 in this at the minute. So we have wiggle room if it flushes. We buy for about. It's very sideways. There's no real voluminous moves at the moment, the way that we would like them to. So struggling to get some momentum on the day. Completely honest. 6,000 in the hole at the minute. Still, only had one clean green trade so far. Oh, sideways consolidation. Oh, frustrating and annoying. Guys, if you can avoid it, do not try to trade during consolidation. So boring and annoying. So this is a really interesting stream. I'm seeing volume by price. We've got bag holders there at what a bag hold 445, 450. Quite a bit traded at the 5 level. For 30s where we go right now. And nearly 20 cent down. Oh, this is really exciting stuff, I know, guys, but sometimes patience is a virtue. So just wait for something the direction that you want it to be, waiting for it to break out. It sometimes takes its time. Patience. Waiting. I really need to try and make the commentary more exciting, but not getting the move here, and I'm thinking, nice. We're just not getting the volume flowing in. It's not moving up, it's not moving down, it's just sideways. So 530 and 540. So makes so we're back to where we started. So 9K down on the day. How do I get paid? So at the end of the day, my position is calculated. That's added to the equity overnight, and then I start the following day. How do I get paid? Is I make a withdrawal once a month. At the end of each month, I make a withdrawal, and they transfer the money across to my bank. There we are, guys. 50 people in the chat. Let's give the screen a quick 10, 12 taps. Let's get over 3,000 likes. We've got 2.7 likes in the stream today. Let's get the algorithm pushing it out to a few more people. It's a choppy day to try and trade. The ranges aren't huge in terms of breakouts, so I'm kind of looking for marks. hit the scanners from a momentum perspective. Did marks in a week. Oh, Otley. Six. Volume in. Not getting the big moves. With not getting that. Otley. Chase momentum around the markets. That's what we do. As a day trader, pattern day trader, the volume's key. So we chase that volume before earnings were released today before market open. Um, results, well, revenues, top expected, all bullish. That's why Otley's not moving on volume or volatility. Volume's there, but the volatility is not. And trading sideways. We're getting a lot of sideways movement. Even the SPY and the VIX are moving sideways at the minute, but SPY and the Nasdaq. So good news is that they're over 2% up, 2.5% up. The wider markets are making a bit of a recovery today. So trading well up. VIX is down to 33s. SPY is up at 425. Triple Q 30s. So the markets, they're still rangy, but they're up on the day. And PFM was 500% up on the day at one stage. 22, nothing but sell off since. So that was never a fumble, heading sideways. We're not breaking out. We're looking for the high break of highs, break of any kind of resistance levels, patterns set up, but we're not getting that with that either. Okay, so I know got a big sector coming up in $7. Okay, so daily big resistance level on the daily at $7. So break $7, we might see this push. Probably going to be 5. Bit of a window there. Daily, we've got dollars. 7.9 traded. It's second top gap. Canos traded 8.7 million shares today. That's almost triple its average. Was relative high volume. An entry point. Wide up. Last 5 minutes, quite a bit. Pullbacks along the way, but fractional pennies and in terms of the volatility. Fractional. Moving back up to IMPP, so 550 couldn't get beyond 558, so 550. Right? 559. Back again. Break 559, 56. Tested this area a few times now. A lot of people watching this. Breaks 560 with momentum. Up and 560 level. Distances aren't to a penny. You can get the patterns and the breakout levels to a penny, but you've got to recognize that the distance is an area, not a specific penny level. People will take profits or they'll buy in at different points. So sell and buy at different. The second half of that. Try that 560 level again. Couldn't get past it and pulled back and was rejected at 560 earlier. I was trading it earlier. Try it again. So we're going for attempt, like 560. Don't mind all this coiling, because if it breaks, it will break with volume. Firstly, getting in a little bit too early and it might just get rejected. So timing can be extremely important when you're pattern break. I have session 560. I've got the warming up at 560. Previous high market of well, which wait to and at 540s at the moment. A little pullback, consolidation, back up, retest. Little pullback, consolidation, back up, retest. That's common. Referred to as coiling at a particular level. So when you get that, typically when it does break, if it does break the pattern, then it breaks with huge volume. Points 10, 15, 20 cents. Watching, still watching this. Still down on the day. We're 9,000 down on the day. Want to see this back up at retest 560. break a 560. Don't get the volume come in, then I'm going to go on because it breaks 560, we break on to 12 session highs. 558. Rejected. So a bit of a push. Again, in the 558 level on the ask. It's 559, 560. Get in. Now it's continually tapping that level, but not actually breaking it. Getting a lot of resistance there. Got enough buyers, and there's quite a bit of volume on this one. So if we get enough buyers with this, 35 million shares trade, 34.5 million shares traded today already. A lot of people trading this. 31,000 trades taking place. Yeah. Took a big size because I knew that was going to break heavily, and I've taken quick profits at big size. Take some more profits there for the pullback. Once we broke that level, once we broke 560, it would flush. We got a 15-cent move. I would have liked to have seen a 25-cent move, but we got a 15-cent move. The high now is 570. Once we broke that 560 level, we saw the volume spike. Now we're seeing a lot of people coming in trying to push it back up to 570s and back up to the highs. I just want to see that stay above 560 now. 560 was a key resistance level. I want to see it act as support now. Broke 560. I want to see it stay above it. So on to 570s, 575s. Not easy trading this today. It's very sideways, choppy market. Careful. Very careful. In and around 560. I want to see 560 hold because that, like I say, very tough resistance. Well, I want to see it above there. Break back down it again. We're going to have to break through that resistance barrier all over again. $575, 576 is high. If we break 576, we could go on to 580, even $10 on this one. Next, 620. Next big resistance is actually got the psychological $6 level. We've got 620 after that. That's the next big level. As long as we stay above 560 to go on to test $6. Got a bit of a gap to fill now. Hourly, so the next test of psychological dollars, and then after that, six. Not ideally to be trading a stock like this when you've got resistance levels every 15, 20 cents. but typically that's not uncommon when you're trading a stock that's heavily traded as this. I'm gonna get a break even on that part. So we've recovered another 1,500 bucks off our um, covered another 1,500 bucks off our debt, as it were, on the day. It's a very choppy market. Very choppy market. Comments? Yeah, it's probably. I'm getting a new mic at the weekend anyway, so just so you know, that's the compressor's broken on the other mic. That's why it wasn't working. So I have to replace it, and I'll be nipping out at the weekend to get that. Hey, look, choppy market, very choppy market. What's the light that I'm using? What, the ring light? Ring light. Lunar to the moon. Well, lunar is the moon. But there you go. Okay, so high of day currently 577. Just break 580. Break 580. Taking a big size for the break of 580. Take a little bit off there. It's difficult to trade this because I'm taking big size specifically, but difficult to trade it because it's not moving up in big ranges. So I'm not getting huge scalps here. I'm actually scalping the moves, and that's hard to do. That the risk reward ratio goes out of the pot when you start scalping. 5,000. See this back up and test $6 now. But we're eating into this red zone. Proving difficult, but we're eating the red zone. That's what we want. But 90. I've got a lot of resistance between 580 and $6. So make it up and test that $6 level. Break even. So again, we've made another $1,000. So we're taking bits off. So we're 7,900 net loss, but we have 7,000 down on the day on the profit trade P&L. So it's looking likely it's going to be a red day today. It's just a case of how much. Was March is okay, so March is now green on the day. Find an entry point with March. 1875 high. 75 will take. Sell off there. What that was a fault level. Volume's not with me. An American. decent volume with Houston. That's green on the day again. Indonesian Energy on the day. We're not getting the volume with the Indonesian American Indonesian Energy that we normally would, but 0.9 million, 7.8 million. Better relative averages. INPP's relative volume, slightly above average volume. Looking at the relative volume of USA. No, sir. Reds on Indo today. Reds, not too bad. They're 30 cents. Still huge, but they're not as bad as they were earlier in the week. Reds on off the got it at the right time. It pulled back a bit. Right, 580 again. Go and retest the highs. So the highs now on IMP are 591. Find it pulling back 5 minutes. 590s, but potentially we'll have a look. There's just not a lot moving. I mean, they've got stuff moving, but it's moving and it's not on the same kind of volume. So it's just be careful, guys. It's a very choppy market today, and a lot of sideways movement. So though IMPP is moving up, its range at the moment is dollar 50 across the whole morning so far. Not very volatile range. So be careful, guys. Wrong button. Still selling off. Humble. Very choppy. Not getting clean breaks there. It's I lost money. Bath and Beyond, Bumble. I am lost money. Yes, no. $10. Breaks $10. And $10 is a level. Question is, you take an entry level position for possible 20-cent gain? Probably not. Probably wait for it to break 10 bucks. Break 10 bucks, then come back to that. Where to go yet? I can break 10 bucks. It's got big move. Bucks. Just a 50% move. Breaks 10. Potential. Not stock picks, not signals. Not a financial advisor. Don't sue me. Volume is right now. Bucks is the magic number there. There's not a lot to trade. IMPP. Have another lot to trade at the minute. Very, very choppy. Oh, make of make of eight, make of 80 cents, mate. Want a bit of a make of 75. That's a key psychological level. Like 75 up to 80, more volume. Not convinced. Wise, sideways on the day, moving sideways. That's on this. It's up on the day, but moving sideways. That tends to be what I'm looking at right now. Is most of the stocks that looking at gapped up and they're moving sideways now. Consolidation. So unless something happens, I'm going to end the stream at quarter two for another trade. I don't like ending the stream red. 7,000, over $8,000. I don't like the ending the stream red. But if we have to, we have to. 3 red trades, 1 green at the moment. And you know, I say every single day you hear me saying that trading is risky and the majority of people lose money. So having a good day the last 2 days, we were $35,000 up on the week. So we did 16,000 yesterday, 19,000 the day before. That's $35,000 in 2 days. So zoom out on the week, on the month. We're still in the green. We're still having a good time. Week, uh, even if we finish on 8,000 down, 7,900 down, still green on the week. So now this is pulled off way too much. Lower, lower, lower lows on the 5 minute. Right, okay, so I will address the chat for 5 minutes before I close the stream. So I think we're gonna call it a day. The markets are not being kind to me today. So 2 big green days, um, uh, followed by a red day. That's not uncommon. Um, that noise is I'll show you who that noise is. That noise is my little baby here, my little teddy bear. That's the noise. Did I wake you up? You've been drooling on the floor. snoring like Pepper the bloody pig. Feel like so. Yeah, not a good day for trading today. Very choppy. We didn't get the follow through in terms of the volatility that we've had the last week or so. The previous days, we've had some really good volatility in the markets, particularly from the energy stocks. We've not been getting that today, so it's been it's you know very difficult trading. Yes, recorded trading advice has to be super illegal. It absolutely is. It is. But I'm not giving trading advice. I keep saying that don't follow me blindly. I'm not offering stock picks. I'm not offering signals. What I'm doing is for entertainment purposes only. So getting a little bit butt hurt is Nashville fan. Um, Good for you. But I'm not offering advice. Most people who put markets in the money in the markets lose money. Uh, okay, I'll bear that in mind. See what I'm doing, what I'm trading. Uh, Look, I'm expecting that I will have TikTok try and ban me now because they ban you for the smallest things. But if that's the case, I'll still be streaming on the tube that is you. So just bear that in mind. Um, I will set up the camera behind me tomorrow so that you can see. You won't see as much, but if you can see the screens here, then we'll- I'll try and make it so you can see the screen. So. Like I said, I don't want to show you the montage for obvious reasons because that it could be super illegal. Um, Not allowed to show that data in a live stream, and I'm also not. I don't want to be showing my account information, so I have to be very careful. But I'll work on how to set that. Um, so I'm a pattern trader. I'm close akin to scalping. I don't hold positions for long periods of time. That's more of a swing trader. Things can take movement very quickly. So um, in the space of what 5 minutes, take one of these 5 minute candles, for example. And the high of this 5 minute candle was 23.87. The low of this 5 minute candle um, was 22.86. So an entire dollar in 5 minutes. If you're taking a longer position for hours, I took 10,000 share position there, and it falls a dollar. That's $10,000 down. So minimizing the risk. The longer you're in a trade, the more you're exposed to that trade. So the key factor is risk mitigation. The better you can mitigate your risk, or the more you can mitigate your risk, the better. Well, I live in Dublin, so it's I've got to support Leinster. So I played for Oral back in my youth days. So if I was back in England, I probably would follow Oral. I'm actually more of a rugby league guy than a rugby union team. So Wigan Rugby League is my actual rugby team, but there's not much rugby league in Ireland, so. Go figure. So yeah, I'm going to finish the stream now. By all means, check out my link tree if you want to know. Try Benzinga, free for 14 days. That's where I get my trade ideas from. The scanners alerts alerts me to what's actually moving, what's not moving. I get the fundamental information, find a news catalyst, all on Benzinga. It's great from a day trader's perspective. If you want to know the platform, it's Dash Trader Pro. Also, link in the is the link in the bio there as well for Dash Trader Pro. And what else have I got? Trading View for charting, Trader View for journaling. If you want to learn how to trade, then if you want to learn how to trade, then there's a course available on popular demand. I penned it myself, published it on Sunday. 150 bucks with a money back guarantee. So, I'm scamming people because I'm guaranteeing that you're going to be satisfied or your money back. So, go figure. You just can't please all people. So, profit and loss, right now, let's say, for the tune of sake of 100 bucks, we're um, down 8,000 on the day today. Um, we were up 35 this week, 35,500 this week. On the month, we are 43,000 up before today. So if we take the 8 off, we're 35,000 up on the month. So I'll be back tomorrow morning, market time, 2 hours before market time tomorrow afternoon, at lunchtime in the UK island, 7:30 in East Coast time. I'll be back trading then. In the meantime, stay classy, San Diego.